Max, he's in his last couple of stages of the concussion protocol, so he's going to be back for the Dallas game. Mosquera and Jimmy, as you see, they're on the field today, feeling a lot better. So we'll see how they are after training, and we'll go from there.
Playing the Whitecaps, obviously a team that, you look at the stats, it shows they're a very good team. They score almost 2 goals per game, only give up 1. Jasper Sorensen, for fans who haven't seen him since the first game, what is Vancouver's identity?
Well, I mean, they've had an outstanding season. I think they commitment forward, they run forward, they play with high energy. They built momentum from day one of the season, and I think in terms of sort of like seasons, I think they've been really impressive. They've coped with injuries and suspensions, and I think in terms of their identity, they're very hard to beat, and they score goals, multiple goals in games, and it's going to be it's a Cascadia game, and we know this game is as much for the supporters than it is for the players. It's a game where it's our game in hand. I see it's probably a free hit for both teams, and I think it's going to be a really good game.
When Rojas came onto the pitch, he was sort of a difference maker for you guys against Houston.
Who's that? Rojas?
Yeah, Rojas. Yeah. What do you see out of him in that game? You talked about the urgency that he brought to the attack.
Yeah, he brings quality. I think I thought when he came on, Chara came on, Paredes came on, and Arilastis, I thought they just brought some experience. I thought I don't know, they just got the size of the game. They played like men, and they understood the urgency needed to win these types of playoff type occasions. And I was really pleased. Matty's been fantastic since he came in. I've got to say, his quality. He's a high level player. We're going to have to watch his minutes probably in the next couple of games, but we need him on the pitch for as long as possible.
Difficult to scout Vancouver when they're dealing with so many first-team injuries?
I think they've got a clear identity. I think it's just next man up, plug another one in. They've not really changed their formula, their setup from sort of like from the whole season, and they've no need to. I think they've been in really good form. They've had consistency. They've had results. And they trust anyone that goes into that team because they've got really good momentum. It's a game where we know the pitch is really big up there. We know it's open, and we're really looking forward to it.
Going off what you just said about Rojas, how like some players in that game against Houston were men. How has that been sort of the message to the team this week following that game?
Yeah, I think the message after the game was. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. You think about the opportunities, is grabbing the opportunity that's in front of us. I feel as if we've always got ourselves to a point where you think, right, win this game and we're there, win this game and we're chasing the guys above us, and we've always faltered in that game. We've always seemed to falter at the point where you think we're just going to get ourselves over the line, and I've been explaining to them about grabbing opportunities in life, that nobody comes and knocks on your door and just gives you a playoff spot, a success, a medal, a new contract. You've got to grab the opportunities that are in front of you. And I'd say that the big challenge now for this team, for my team, for us as a group, is we've got to deliver in the big games. And you work all season. We come back on January 10th. You work for 10, 11 months of the season. You sacrifice. You work hard. You give everything that you've got for these last 4 or 5 games, and you've got to show up in the last 4 or 5 games. And so that's for me is the most exciting bit, when you get up in the morning and you feel that churning in your stomach. You know it comes to the end of this. That's the end of season feeling. Now we've put ourselves in a great position. Nobody can deny that. We've put ourselves in a great position to have a really good end to the season. Now we've got to deliver, and I say that for every single one of us, from myself, from my staff, to the players. We've now got to deliver.
And then just another question more about Vancouver and the way they like to play. They like to have the ball a lot. How does that, their tendency to want the ball, and your team also wanting the ball, how does that favor you guys when you guys don't have the ball? How are you looking to set up the team when you don't have the ball this week?
Well, I mean, we want to be a high pressure, high intensity team that wins the ball back. And against Houston, I thought we were too passive. I really thought we were too passive. I thought we allowed too many balls to come central. We didn't affect their players on the ball. And I'd say, watching the game back, I thought I didn't think we played well, but I was bored watching us, and that's not what this team's about. It's not what I want from the identity of this team. I want us to be exciting. I want us to be front foot. So what I said to him this morning is that tomorrow night we've got to go and we've got to create some form of chaos in there. We've got to be high pressure, high intensity. We've got to match the intensity of the opposition team, but also we've got to match the intensity of the environment that we're going to be playing in for the next 3 or 4 games. And I think that's where I want my team just to rise above the parapet and just embrace the challenge that's in front of us and not be scared of it.
But where is sort of Diego in that competition for the starting center mid spot next to David Ashell? You've obviously done a good job resting him. He's only played 1,000 minutes this year. With 4 games to go, is he somebody that you're seriously?
He's good to go. He's good to go. He's ready. I think in the last 3 games, I think he's been outstanding in the last 3 or 4 games, coming onto the field for 25, 30 minutes. I feel every single day he's competing, he's challenging, and I think he's ready to start.
My main takeaway, I think that we kept our team in the game. I think in that first half, and then conceding from a set piece is pretty disappointing. I think JB made some pretty unreal saves throughout the game, and that helped us, or that kept us in it. Always gave us a chance. I think we can still defend better. Like, we still give up shots and stuff like that. So there's things that we need to work on. I think I'm not making any excuses, but like, we get up quicker and we can stop counterattacks better, then it will help us as defenders. No one has to run back 50 metres. That'll help. But we look at it and we're working on it. So we're just trying to get better.
And then going into this Vancouver game, particularly with all the stuff they do when they have the ball, not just the way they pass, but the way they're running around off the ball and making incisive runs into the box, always having a man in support. Just what kind of challenge does that present to the entire back line?
I think any team that we play against is challenging. Like you said, different challenges for different teams. I think a lot of it comes down to communication and the willingness to run and then put your body on the line, making tackles and headers and challenges and that sort of stuff. I don't think that it's something that we should be afraid of, but it's something that we should, as a team and as defenders, kind of look forward to playing against good teams that can score. It's always a good challenge to stop them from scoring and get a clean sheet.
And then just as the season has progressed, you've become a lot more comfortable on the ball, often being one of the driving forces, getting the team forward just from your play out of the back. Just how has that part of your game developed over this past year?
I think I don't know. It's I look way more at defending than I look at on the ball. I still look at it, but it's something that is kind of more of like a steady kind of growth that I try to have. I don't think that I am amazing on the ball. I think I'm decent, and I'm just trying to get better with it. In saying that, I think it's just time that we spend with the coaches and on the field, getting to know players on the pitch and what they like. And I still think I can be a lot better with it. So there's definitely something for me to work on. But yeah, like learning what my teammates do and that sort of stuff, where they want the ball, how they want the ball is something that I think you can always get better at.
With Jiro and Juan, and you guys having so much rotation, how does that affect you guys? Are you guys just used to it by now, or how does your defense really adjust to all those rotations late in the season?
Yeah, it's no secret that I think as defenders, it's easier to play when you have a good connection with someone and you know what they like. You play with them every game. It's easier when there's consistent back four. Or five, whatever it is. Obviously, players are going to change in that. Millsy done unreal when he's come in. He's come in, he played maybe 1 or 2 games early in the start of the season, and then doesn't play for 2 months, and then starts a game, plays 90 minutes, and plays well, and then doesn't play again, and like I say, just gets chucked in Houston having not played. So that's always going to be difficult. I think again, like I said, what we do in training is important. Trying to get to know Millsy, and a lot of the times in the trainings I'm playing against him, so not that I'm watching him what he's doing, but you just kind of talk about it and see what he's like. I know he's a different player to Juan, and I guess Smudge is slightly different to Jimmer as well. So it's one of those things. We're teammates, so you just got to get on with it at the end of the day.